Spiced Kuwait donated 10 and says, "Hey Forsen, you should reconsider lowering the reticle on Halo." This video explains why. No spoilers. The reticle.
And by extension Destiny, that some people have noticed, is Bungie's strange obsession with placing the reticle for shooting anywhere but the direct center of the screen. If I ruined Halo and Destiny forever by pointing this out, then I'm sorry, but some men just want to watch the world burn.
Well, I don't even understand what the fuck you're talking about.
Keys for various games bound to the extra buttons on the side of the mouse, I was ready to begin my adventure. I'd like to thank the folks at Razer for sponsoring this video, and hopefully you guys enjoy. A detail about the Halo series, and by extension Destiny, that some people have noticed is Bungie's strange obsession with placing the reticle for shooting anywhere but the direct center of the screen. If I ruined Halo and Destiny forever by pointing this out, then I'm sorry, but some men just want to watch the world burn. Jokes aside, ever since Destiny continued its crusade of lowering the crosshair that it adopted from the Halo series, more games have begun to do it, such as Prey 2017 and Far Cry 5, with more recent examples being Hunt Showdown and Borderlands 3. All of these games jumped on the lowered crosshair train and give you options to lower the reticle or keep them centered. Why did Bungie do this in the first place, though? Halo Combat Evolved has its crosshair centered, and then, starting with Halo 2, they shoved that thing down the screen and it became a series staple until Halo 5 broke tradition and recentered it. There's a couple of reasons that are more clever than you'd think. It makes a lot of sense in games like Counter-Strike to have the reticle dead center because more often than not, all encounters are met on mostly the same plane. In Halo, though, verticality is an ever-present factor in both level design and engagements thanks to Master Chief's moon shoes that let you bounce around freely. By lowering the reticle, you're given an increased awareness of what's directly in front of you and above you at any given time. Instead of having to swing your view up and down to see what's above you and in front of you and get all motion sick, you can comfortably fire at the enemy directly in front of you while also being able to scan the top of your screen for that nasty jackal sniper that's waiting to take a shot. It's interesting as well because as time progressed, Bungie began to form a lot of their art and vistas around this specific reticle positioning. If you want to know a little bit more detail about it, go watch this GDC talk that I'll link down below from Bungie. More emphasis was placed on impossibly tall structures and things so far off in the distance that it gave off the impression of a level being larger than it actually was. It's both a gameplay technique to allow for better clarity.
Is this gonna be annoying for me or no?
When coupled with good art direction, a stylistic technique that gives Halo and Destiny the unusual ability to make the world seem vast that no other game seems to capture, including
now I will,
Halo 5.
but I
this
wouldn't
illusion is
have.
really easy to break on Destiny 2 for PC. If you raise the reticle to the center of the screen, instantly the world feels a lot smaller and more claustrophobic because your peripheral vision is now more limited and not how Bungie intended it.
It's
a problem that I also feel affects Halo 5 quite a lot. You'll notice that half of your screen is just the ground, with platforms above you and potential lurking enemies being completely obscured. And really, there's no...
I mean, there must be one that's advantageous in the PvP scenario at least. I don't think it matters much for the campaign.
But didn't I say that Halo Combat Evolved had a centered reticle? I did. So why doesn't it bother me like Halo 5's does? And the truth is, it does kind of bother me. Combat Evolved is basically a perfect game in every way but its reticle positioning. But I do think that how it's able to get away with its centered reticle
it literally doesn't matter for PC users, honestly.
Their guns on the screen
like, what the fuck?
Specifically for that centered reticle, which is a thing not a lot of shooters do, especially Halo 5. Halo Combat Evolved is probably the only game in the Halo series where it looks like you're firing upwards, if that makes sense. Chief has his gun really low and close to his hip and is firing upwards at the enemy's head. You notice that some guns in Combat Evolved look more like they're in the center of the screen. When future Halo games lowered their reticle position,
just here for the emotes and the fisting, good sir.
Animations, so that guns are more to the side of the screen and not in the way of the now lowered reticle. Why it bothers me in Halo 5 is because despite the reticle no longer being lowered, The guns are still animated and positioned as if the reticle is lowered. It looks almost like Chief's arm is coming out of his ear or something with how high he holds most of his weapons. This doesn't help with the fact that you already lose a lot of visibility
My immersion
above you, coupled with how much space the gun now takes because it's been raised on your screen. Destiny 2 is exceptionally annoying with the centered crosshairs.
Halo is 75 field of view and can't change it.
This high. I can't
Are you
even
sure?
see when using certain guns, so I always
new
make
ones
sure
are
to keep that
75?
reticle at a healthy position below
Remakes?
the center of the screen. Halo Reach will soon be arriving on PC.
It's
And on
120.
PC, there will be options to lower or raise the reticle. And the problem is also present here.
Oh my
Why is Noah
God.
6's face located directly on his chest? Look at the DMR, it looks weird. These games were designed to be viewed in a specific and stylistic way. These vistas and skyboxes were hand-built to be viewed near the top of your screen without the ground.
I've seen worse.
So much real estate on your screen. Encounters with enemies were built with an offset reticle so that you could see what's in front of you and above, without the ground just taking up so much
Oh,
dead
fuck
space.
me!
I'm glad the option is there for folks to center their crosshair because some people do genuinely prefer it to be centered. But it's certainly not how I enjoy my shooters, especially Halo and Destiny. I'd be curious to hear if I explained my line of thinking well, or if I'm just a poop from a bud. Both options are completely valid. I'd also
It
really
seems
like
like
to
we
thank
have a
the folks
problem,
at Razer
chat.
for introducing me to a new form of PC gaming that I didn't quite know existed. The Viper is the first mouse I've owned with
We need to
extra
conserve
buttons, so
our
assigning
snus
certain actions
supplies.
such as my class abilities in Destiny to these has actually freed up keys on my keyboard in-game.
Which is
I
fine.
can't stress enough how thoroughly enjoyable this mouse
'Cause we're
has been
playing
while making this
campaign.
video. And if you
We
are
don't
curious
mind
into
losing.
PC gaming, this is probably the mouse I'd recommend that you check out.
I think I have one in the fridge actually. Well, doesn't seem like an issue to me. Stop with your fucking updates. Sir Whacked on the stream says, "Yo Forsen, just a heads up. Reach came out after Halo 1 to 3 and other class abilities and loads out and sprinting for the first time. It plays very differently than the original games. The Quake feel you wanted is in the old games." Alright, thanks for your input, but it's not like I have a choice of what order. I mean, I do technically have a choice, right? But I don't have a choice really, considering Reach comes out first out of the remastered ones, and I only want to play the remastered ones, so I'm gonna play it first. And it is also the first one chronologically in order. So yeah. React to gross score and ninja drama. Don't know what that is. Why would they have drama? Isn't gross score like a league streamer? Maybe he plays Fortnite now. I just remember, it's over! Don't you get it? I fucked up! That's all I remember, man.